Hey everybody on YouTube, I'm ONH. Welcome to another Christmas special of What's It Worth, where I'm going to be reviewing the next Die Hard film, Die Hard 2. 2 years have passed since the Nakatomi incident, and John McClane waits for his wife's landing at a national airport in Washington, D.C. But McClane's nose for danger gets him involved in a deadly plot with deja vu written all over it. By the time McClane figures it out, the situation goes to extremes when a militant group of terrorists, led by a rogue Colonel Stewart, shut down the runways and cut off communications between the tower below and the planes above, all to free a Colombian drug lord, General Esperanza, from justice. Now McClane must fight not only the terrorists, but an incompetent airport police chief, a hard-headed anti-terrorist major, and a severe winter storm in order to save all the planes, including Holly's, which will run out of fuel in 90 minutes. And yes, Die Hard 2 is a Christmas movie for men. I already made my point in the first film's review, and I'm leaving it just as that, so moving on. This Die Hard movie takes the franchise to the next level. I mean, when it comes to the action and suspense that was so big in the first film, they raised the bar for the second film, and it was awesome. And as a matter of fact, the things they touch up on when it comes to air travel for the holidays, it's scary, especially when the ex-commandos take over the airport communications and they bring down one of the planes posing as the tower itself. That's scary enough that it's like, you know what, that's one of the reasons why I do not want to fly planes, like, ever. When McClane is going through a round 2 of fighting bad guys before Christmas, it's taken to the next level, because when Holly's on one of the planes and it's running low on fuel and they shut all the lights off so no planes can land, and they're cut off from the tower, it really puts McClane in much deeper shit than the Nakatomi thing. And what's worse is when Holly's plane is going to run out of fuel in 90 minutes. That's when McClane's luck is in an hourglass, and he was so intense what he goes through when he's fighting ex-commandos with military training, and then he's being bombarded between Carmine Lorenzo, a super snowstorm. It's like, damn, this guy's got bad luck written all over him. I mean, the only help that McClane has would be Al Powell, who you only see him briefly, Marvin the janitor, and of course Samantha Coleman, who is just a pain-in-the-ass reporter desperately looking for a story. And when she mentions Colonel Stewart to him, that's when McClane realizes who he's up against. And if it wasn't for her and her team, he would not have been able to stop the bad guys. Now, of course, Die Hard 2 brings back the most irritating character from the first film, Dick Thornburg.
Dick.
Who, in this movie, makes matters 1,000 times worse when he finds out that the airport's under siege. And from an airport phone, he decides to televise it. Because you want to take those local gossip queens in your neighborhood, you just want to. Now, Holly in this film, she is awesome on her own level. I mean, she was funny, especially when she comes across Dick Thornburg on the plane. And when she cuts up on the guy, it was just awesome.
Listen, Dick, that is your name. Dick.
And of course, when Thornburg decides to be a
Dick,
this is the best way she shuts him up. At this point, Holly's like totally my hero.
Amen to that, Dick.
Another thing that makes this film the best is the visual effects, that industrial light and magic behind Star Wars, some of the Alien movies, countless movies, even Indiana Jones. When they do their visual effects work for Die Hard 2 with the planes and stuff, it was like, whoa. I mean, their work is so top-notch. I mean, I miss their work with miniatures, and because it was like it makes like the moments look so real. Like when the plane crashes and they blow up. I mean, it looked so real. It actually looked like a real plane actually crashing and blowing up. And the fight scenes are so freaking brutal. It's much more brutal in the second Die Hard than in the first one. I mean, McClane, when he fights the bad guys, I mean, he goes to extremes to take out people who are more trained killers than he is. John McClane lobotomizes one guy with an icicle, kicks one guy in front of an airplane propeller till he gets sucked in and shredded to nothing. Then he bites off part of one dude's hand and spits it back in his face. Brutal, gruesome, but awesome. And McClane, yeah, he gets his ass kicked, but, you know, he did his best. I mean, this Die Hard movie, like, literally topped the first film. And of course, you would expect a top-notch, over-the-top sequel from a director of Cliffhanger and Deep Blue Sea. So, where do I rank Die Hard 2? Full price. Totally full price, because this film was awesome. I mean, this put Die Hard as one of the best action films of that time. Okay, so I'm done reviewing Die Hard 2, which is another one of my holiday favorites. I love busting out for Christmas. So until next time, please subscribe, please leave a comment. I'm Owen H. Happy holidays!
Dick.